Hey everybody, welcome in Woody. It's Woody's time for the showcasing, and this buff did possibly a little bit better, or does seem a little bit better now than he used to be. So I'll give him that. I'd still do have to play with him a lot more, but I think you can probably find a lot more uses for him now. So without further ado, let's jump through his kit. We'll run through a couple of different teams, and then we'll see how well we can go. So to start this off, his basic um, hits average with 45% chance to inflict slow. So slow, absolutely amazing. 45%, pretty good, decent chance. Only problem is, so at early game, amazing. Slow will help you like nothing else. End game, once someone has beaten Tower 5, they get their wand. And what the wand does is it pretty much cleanses whatever bad effects you have and applies the opposite good effect. So in turn, when you run teams like slow and things like that, you end up giving the opponents haste and they take over. That is why a lot of these characters that some people are finding good early game, they will be good for a while, and then all of a sudden, yikes. So that is why there's a little bit of hesitation with things like this until there's like a nerf to wand. So at the moment it's a full team AoE cleanse, change all the effects. I think it'll either need to be like target and adjacent, or something needs to change with wand. But until then, majority of uh, characters that run bad effect kits end up losing out and become kind of unplayable or nowhere near as good as they should be. So just putting that out there before we continue on. And I probably will have to say this in a few other videos, because I know sometimes there are people that just come to a certain video and be like, but why? So sorry if I've explained this before. But now, okay, let's jump into his first main special, Yeehaw. Um, this is probably like the best thing about Woody, in my opinion. Grant all teammates haste for one turn. We know how good haste is and how important it is. 45% chance to grant critical power up for one turn. Now, crit power up, get speed, get damage. We know those are winning combos. So that is one really great thing about Woody. And if you go and watch like the Bo Peep video and things like that, you'll know that some of those characters, um, and Jesse's showcase, you'll also know that some of those characters interact with this. So even more interactions within the ToyStory team. Now there's a snake in my boot. Uh, it does super low damage. Let's just get straight to that. It does super low damage, but they did add on like a 10% bonus critical strike chance. Now, I think that's just kind of like a little added bonus just for, and I think the whole reason why you want to use this is just for the guaranteed inflicting vulnerable. So that means you choose a target character, going to give them vulnerable, which means the next hit on them is going to be a crit. So you want to use this as select somebody when you've got someone who's going to be a big hitter coming up after Woody, and you want to just take something out or do some serious damage. And then if Jesse's a teammate, 50% chance for her to assist. And they did note in the patch notes that assists will not get rid of the vulnerable. So that helps. So it's not like, hey, I want to do this, and then Jesse assists with a standard attack and takes the crit away, or uses it as like a standard crit for her low damage. So they fix that, and that's good. Now, passive, send out the troops. This is a cool passive. It used to be a 3 turn or 3 MP cooldown. Now they've taken it down to 2, which definitely makes it more usable, because at 3 you'll be lucky if Woody survived 3 turns. Now you might get it off twice. I think this ability needs to be a 1 turn cooldown, so every 1 turn of Woody's it can activate. Now every 2 turns of Woody it can activate. So, and the way I'm looking at that is the little yellow bars above the picture in the middle. That's how long, for passives, that's how long that occurs. Just like any other move with the MP, that's how long it takes to charge. Now, what it does on a teammate receiving damage is 30% chance that he'll call down these troops. Come in, troops! They'll rain on down and heal. The healing is actually pretty decent. So 3 lots of 1k, so it's like, that is like a good hit, and it's healing from a good hit. And then restore 40% bonus health if the teammate is the Toy Story. So you'll see, instead of just doing 1,200, it ends up doing like nearly 2,000 or more, and then critting for way more. So that is good. And it's also affected by, say, like Bo Peep's passive, who increases damage. Increasing the damage and how much things do also happens to increase heals as well. So it's all kind of related. So just in case anyone didn't know that, that's just a little bonus. Now, Woody's leadership ability. Woody's Roundup. All teammates get 2% tenacity. That's kind of trash, to be honest. But Toy Story characters instead gain 14% bonus tenacity. So you all might maybe wondering, what is tenacity? If you go over here into the stats, tenacity, and you click on it, the percent chance to resist harmful effects. So 14% chance that the harmful effects are not going to be happening to these characters. So it just makes any of those abilities that are going to be giving these characters stun, charm, slow, blind, you name it, they've got a lot more chance to resist it. Now 2% is pretty much nothing, but you will also see here like potency. That is like the chance that the bad effects will happen. So having like bonus 14% to this, he is going to then be 27% chance to, so that's like one in every 4 hits he is going to be resisting bad effects, which is good, but it's only good for Toy Story. Now, I personally like my characters to be able to be usable with more than just one team. So there's a bit of Woody that is very good, and then there's a whole lot of it that's just super specific. So we shall jump in and we shall see how well they will do. We will run them in. I want to check on Woody's leadership ability. So we are going to be resisting, not doing extra damage from Bo Peep, but we're going to be resisting for all of the Toy Story characters. And we will do a swap over, just like I did in the Bo Peep video. And we'll do a swap over and see when we would get a bad effect. And I'll point out, hey look, they resisted. So we'll start with Woody, and then we'll swap it out. So let's jump in, and I'll talk about the rest of his kit as we go too. So, ooh, Pixel Juice. All right. Ooh, I like what he's got going on as well. Okay. So let me just put this on up here. All right, Pixel Juice. What have we got going on? What are they gonna do? So we actually find like Pixel Juice a lot, and as you saw when the matchmaking came, he's got a ton of trophies, so he does play a lot. And I think he might just be sorting out or thinking out how he wants to approach this, or he's just pressed battle and then it's gone away and he's forgotten to press on auto. Zurg is a monster. I'm gonna go for. Let's go Shan first. He's a beast, and mine's only 6-star. So who is he got next? I am going to stun Shan Yu because we don't want Shan Yu just running around. Now I am going to just run down here, hit some damage. Now he's probably going to be getting his spells up soon. Ah, the assists. I like that on Zurg. I'll take it. Get the heal on Zurg, and now like check this out from Woody. Instead of 1,200, is 1,700 3 times, nearly fully heals him. So that's a bonus. But now Woody can't do that for another 2 turns. So just keep that in mind. Now for Bo Peep, I'm just going to taunt on herself to keep Zurg safe. I could have run the stun. But all in all, I don't think this is going to be happening too much. So now with Woody, I'm going to actually use his vulnerable on Mickey. See, and now you get Jesse's assist. And now I'm going to get this knockout from Zurg. So this is what I mean. This is how you want to use it. Get your characters. I'm gonna heal. So that's the one that I was talking about. That it is super OP. So I want to go on in with Kaboom, and we are going to zap Bailey, and then we are going to attack here. See if we can knock out Shan Yu. 1. I should have attacked that with Buzz. So if he was actually playing, this would be turning out a whole lot different. But I am very interested in the team he's running. Bo Peep is doing her thing, which I like. So I want to just run down stun. No stun though. And then gets the old heal off. Woody gets the extra bonus, continuous healing as well. Now we are going to use his full team haste. Kaboom. Now it was going to be Bailey's turn next, and it is. That ain't so good, but I did get my other characters all filling up their bar faster as well. So I'm going to go take out Bailey right now, and then just see attack. Now I'm gonna take Hades, hopefully get Woody. So now with Woody's one, we'll see if we can get his slow to proc, and we'll slow Hades. Why not? Now when one's gonna come out for this first turn, since he was already loaded to be next, he is going to be taking a whole lot longer to charge because of the slow. And early game, that's going to be amazing. Late game, if he was actually playing, you would see that this would be very different. Let's just take Mordu out. Now Woody, I think, has had his second turn. I'm just going to go stun Mordu anyway, and just working my way through. Let's attack Hades. 2 of them. And let's attack him again. Now, yeah, let's give him some crit. Let's gonna give him some vulnerable. Let's get some crits on him. But like you can see this. This is one thing sad about the ToyStory team, is that even with a somewhat a team character running like some of the best characters in the game, See how slow the team was to even take them out when they're just doing standard attacks. That is one downside to running, say, the Toy Story groups. But Woody, in a way, it's just a few too many supports and tanks. If anything, you can maybe run one support in a team to make it viable. I know that like they all work together and they assist, but do you want to have them all assisting little bits, or do you want to have someone who's impactful that comes in there? Like, you see how impactful Zurg is? Imagine having 2 or 3 of him in there. That's the difference. So we'll jump on in again and see if we can actually get someone playing. So that was just a little taste tester to get you all ready for how to play Woody, how to get in and use him, and then I will mix up the team, and we will see. And then so I'll mix up the team, and then we'll see how he does in an out of Toy Story team as well. And I do have some videos in the future. I'm playing some team building that will be taking out doing out Woody. So there's Woody, his goodness in action. I am going to take out Mickey, or try to, before his next turn. And let's just run down here with Mr. Horsey Horse. So far, you actually haven't seen anybody resist at all bad effects. So that is as nice as a lot of tenacity is. I think it's Jesse, isn't it? Yeah, I think it is Jesse. Boom, resisted. See, there we go. So we got 1 resist on Buzz just there. But out of all those bad effects that we just got, it's kind of like, is that worth a leadership ability? Or would you rather have like Bo Peep or somebody else just doing very, very, very big damage? Like, it's nice to be able to resist some things, but in reality, I am actually going to give some shield to Zurg, give him some evasion. I want to protect him, and then I'm going to taunt over here as well. So just the extra protects. And then there's 1 resist there for Zurg. So now you can see there's a few more starting to come on in. Since Zurg is not behind Woody, I'm not going to go for the vulnerable, so I'm going to go for the team haste. And we gonna see. We are gonna go see if we can. He's definitely just there for supporting. Now with him supporting, it's good if you can line things up properly. So I want to go give Syndrome the blind. Never. Like, personally, normally I would never burn an ability on a blind unless I was risking it for something important. But I should have just saved it for one turn actually. So let's just go. Bloop. Now get some healing on. And so with Woody now, I'm gonna be looking for the old offense down on trigger. Give it some looking for that slow. And there's that resisted again. Like it's sometimes hard to know if they would have naturally resisted other times. So let's see. Boom. All right. It's hard to see. Would you naturally have as many resists? Probably not. But in the long run, like even in that match there, we saw maybe 3 or 4 resists. Is that worth a leadership ability? If there are far better ones out there. So this is at the moment the ToyStory team and Woody's passives and things like that are more looking like a secondary, just a little bit of like a fun playing with team, not so much a good serious team at the moment. That being said, let us change this up a little bit. Now we're going to go for Woody. We're going to put in some top tier characters, and then we're going to go see how Woody would do with this. Now, I can leave Buzz in there, or I can change him out as well. I'll probably change him out as well. So let's just go all some of the top tier characters. So let's see how Woody will do as a support with some top tier characters and some top tier spells. And let's just see. I'm going to go put the bucket in here because one other little thing, I will be doing a showcase on this, but bucket of soldiers. If it's assisting Woody, assist a second time. So you're going to be getting double more damage with Woody, and having Woody dealing a little bit of damage, little bit of damage, you are going to see how that will help to offset that and give him that little bit more kick. So I'm going to go chuck Shan Yu ability on, jump in here, and we will see how much faster this will run with Woody, although it is important to note that Woody's still probably going to be the slowest one on this team. Oh no, he's not actually, because he's faster than Zurg, isn't he? So it may work. It may work. But we want to test and see how good he can be as... We want to test how good he can be as just straight team support in a good team. So I have got showcases on all these other characters. These are the top tier characters and the best tier characters in the game. And look at that, the heals, giving extra heals to Zurg, and just fills up his health. If it wasn't for that, Zurg would have been in trouble. He would have been in trouble right there. I'm going to see if I can take out Aladdin right now. That's one thing I don't like as well, is that you can't see sometimes. You cannot see once they've got a stack of effects. You cannot see any extras, but we've got the toy bucket out now. So let us try and finish a little bit of this off. Let's go. So like you can already see how fast this has gone. I'm going to do here on Sully, and we're just going to be cranking up the damage now. So okay, as a team I'm going to go for the haste and just haste this whole team. And now I want to see if I can get that extra crit chance. Boom. So crit chance extra for Shan Yu is... So having it haste, he was going to come around faster. He's going to potentially crit more. That is... It's pretty nasty. Like having, just for what Shan Yu brings to the table, having someone just to straight up haste him and give him more crit chance so he can do more of what he does, that is where I think Woody has some potential. He has some potential. Let's jump in and see if we can do that again. But it's not for his leadership ability. It's not for his leadership ability. It's not for his ToyStory playing with. But it's just slotting him in as your support character in whatever type of team you're running, and it's going to be for that haste, for the crit chance. That is the best, my personal best thing about him. And then, all right, Shan Yu's gonna pop off this game. And just supporting extra better characters. And now, boom, he's gonna call in the army men, heal Zurg up, full health again. Like that right there, that is what you're gonna be wanting to use. That's what you want to use Woody for. And now, on a summon bucket, get some heals off, and I'm already going to be getting second turns, so we're going to be doing some nasty damage. So let's go for Mickey. Oop. And let's see if we can take out Zurg. Syndrome. And then we'll take out Hook with, like, man, having someone who can just extra help for Shan Yu, give him more crit chance, and all of that as well. That right there is, that's kind of like what you want. Now I am gonna go this time. I will haste my team because I don't want Sully to be jumping in next. So now, after Gaston has had his turn, I've now got Shan Yu jumping on, and I'll be able to control. Ooh, but he hasted back. The double haste. Look at that. I was considering on doing the vulnerable and getting Mordu to attack and potentially crit and beat him back, but see, like, even Woody in a top tier team, so having bucket of soldiers in the ToyStory team where it's a lot slower, you'll probably get to use that effect a little bit more. In a top tier team, heavy damage, super fast, you're getting 1 or 2 attacks. That is lasting 1 or 2 rounds. That's it. So you're gonna either use him for vulnerable, having his little heal, or his haste and crits to control things. So depending on the match, depending who you're matched with, depending how it's going, you're gonna choose one of the 3 things you're gonna do with him. And in saying that, it's not this time if I get attacked with alright, who do I want to do? Let's just get the old taunt going. Boop. Let's see if we can take out Aladdin. And Ariel. Let's see if we can take out Ariel. There we go. But like in this case, see, like this is useful. Healing your characters, your little glass cannons, from a couple of attacks. That is probably a whole lot more useful than a lot of other things would have been. So I want to go and let's just take out Syndrome. And now Woody. So now, do I want to? I'm going to go give vulnerable here to Demon. So this is where I can choose. Do I want to haste? But all my team is pretty fast at the moment. I want to give vulnerable, guaranteed crit. Boom. That's just going to cut her speed meter. And now it's more just about controlling the battle. And that's where Woody, in a team like this, has potential. And just being able to go out and control, help to control whatever circumstance. If you need the crit and the haste, speed your team up, or if you've got someone coming up that you can rely on that you really need a crit for, he can be done like that. So let's just have a quick little swap back for the Toy Story team, and then we'll go all Toy Story, bucket of soldiers, and I just got rid of Zurg, didn't I? Whoops. Alright, let's find Jess. No, I didn't. Okay, and then Bo. Alright, so let's see how this will do. And I'll put it back onto Bo Peep's ability, because what I will do is I am going to chuck Bo at the back. Now that is looking a whole lot better. Alright, so what we're going to do is jump in. We'll see if having things like bucket of soldiers and the working with the whole Toy Story, the full Toy Story team, and all the assists that brings, if that'll make it a little bit faster for this team, because that in all is pretty much what is lacking. Let's go Hook. Let's see if we can take Hook out by the time it's his turn start. Here we go. Gaston and Sully. Okay. So what we do want to try and do, I'm gonna see if we can get a stun. No stun. Now this is the time. I don't have Zurg or anyone lined right up after me. No one else's bars are full, so I'm gonna go now haste the team, get myself filling up faster, and now my team will be popping around and having turns faster than my opponents. And boom, let's get those heals popping out, top up my characters. That is what I find is going to be the usability of Woody. Now I want to attack Aladdin, just because I want to get rid of the evade, get some of those crits, and now I want to put the vulnerable on Gaston, because he's got the shield broken. He's going to get a crit, and it's going to be a big one. Boom. Okay, so let's drop those buckets. Let's heal my bad effects, and let us see if we can take out Ariel. But as you can see, like, having this team is definitely slower and nowhere near as good, but I'll take the assist. I will definitely take the assist, and I will tank this and get a bit of unstoppable, which is nice. So I didn't get this, like, the slow effect, which is pretty amazing. I will, however, give Zurg some evasion, and some shield, because he is pretty much like the game winner here. And now for Woody, let us attack Aladdin, and watch this. So assist, boom, gets one assist, and then get the bonus assist. So that, taking all the extra damage, having extra 2k damage, is that actually puts him up on par with the rest of the actual decent damage dealers. So I'm just going to attack here, get the offense down before Aladdin's turn. It's kind of nice. So you can see here how it's definitely helped a little bit with the team speeding up, but all in all, Woody's got two things good about him, and those two things are the haste crit, and then the guaranteed crit. Two best things about him. But boop, I'll attack. So 600, 1000, another 1000. It puts the damage definitely up a whole lot nicer. So I'm gonna heal that up. Like the assists, I can see here, like the assists are they're good. They are very, very, very good. And the Woody assist as well. So No, I want to have a quick little look at Buzz after that, because Woody seems to be assisting. It's got like the "you got a friend in me" action going on. But as you can see, Woody with the bucket of soldiers also does in the Toy Story team or other things that will help to speed up the team and make the team all around better. Woody as a solo character is good for two things. He's just pretty much an assisting member, so his heal is definitely a whole lot nicer. Although even though its cooldown has gone down to 2 turns, every 2 turns, you don't get past 2 turns. That's why I think it should be 1. If it was 1, he'll be an amazing character, but it's not. So let me know what you guys think. That's it for the Woody Showcase. Can't wait to hear from you all, and we'll see you all soon. Okay, and I did forget, but I did check. I did remember, and I forgot, but I remembered. If Woody is a teammate, 30% chance for him to assist on the laser blast. So it is like the whole "you got a friend in me" bonding relationship with them. So there's a lot of assists going on with that team and Woody. So hey, I suppose if you plan for it, it is what it is. Team is good. It's a good team. It's not an amazing team, as you could see. It can be far better, but still can't wait to hear what you guys think, and can't wait to hear from you all.